Hello there. Recently, we've seen plenty of the wet and blustery face of autumn weather, and not as much of the bright but crisp and cold face of autumn. That changes a little bit for the start of the weekend. Frost and fog, but a mostly dry and bright Saturday, leading into a Sunday that will bring some outbreaks of rain. We start the weekend then in a gap between weather systems, a window of fine weather, light winds, clear skies and some fog patches to start Saturday, especially across the northern half of the UK. Some of that fog relatively slow to clear in places. A few showers just peppering this east coast where you're exposed to a fairly brisk northerly breeze. But otherwise, it's mostly fine, dry and often sunny. Temperatures of 7 to 13 degrees north to south. And then as we head through Saturday evening, we see our next weather system starting to bring rain into the Channel Islands and the far southwest of England. Various frontal systems actually trying to push in from the Atlantic as we head into Sunday. A bit of uncertainty about how quickly these weather fronts will progress across the UK. Ahead of those frontal systems on Sunday morning, fog is likely to be an issue across northern England and Scotland. Could be quite widespread and quite slow to clear. So if you are off for any commemorations at 11 o'clock on Remembrance Sunday, Scotland in many places will be quite murky and quite cold. A lot of mist and murk for northern England too, and you can add into that mix some outbreaks of rain. Showery rain likely across parts of Wales and southern England, also Northern Ireland. That rain then pushing its way a little bit further northwards and eastwards as the day wears on. Across the far north of England and Scotland, expect it to stay very murky and rather cold, but milder conditions developing down towards the southwest. And that's a sign of things to come. Into the start of the new week, frontal systems move in from the southwest. We will see showers or longer spells of rain. In fact, with this hook of heavy rain here, it may not develop quite as these graphics suggest, but it is possible that we'll see a swathe of quite strong winds, at least for a time. But it is going to be mild. 15 degrees for London, Cardiff and Plymouth. Still a little bit colder for the time being in the north and the northeast of Scotland. Monday night into Tuesday may just bring a brief lull in proceedings, but plenty more showers racing in from the Atlantic on Tuesday. Some of those showers could be heavy and possibly thundery. Some chilly air still trying to hold on in the far north of Scotland, but elsewhere it is going to be mild. It'll feel particularly mild in any sunshine with highs of around 14 or 15 degrees, but double-digit temperatures for just about all of us by this stage. Now for Wednesday, it looks likely that most of the showers will be up towards the north and the west of the UK, with drier conditions and some sunshine further south and east. And again, those temperatures in many spots into double digits, maybe 9 there for Aberdeen, but 13 degrees in Cardiff and in London. Now, as we head towards the end of the week, high pressure is going to try to build. It's likely we'll see a transient ridge of high pressure just toppling its way eastwards. So that means some drier conditions, maybe some frost and fog returning, but that's unlikely to last long. During the following weekend, it looks like we'll see weather systems returning from the Atlantic. Southwesterly winds also returning, so it's likely to turn a little bit milder again. But with a return of the wet and perhaps blustery face of autumn weather. But between now and then, to start this weekend, it's brighter but colder.